Hi, someone. How are you? Right. You good?
Right, is that you?
It is, yes.
Why? Can you hold back with that? I'm still waiting on a call from David.
Alright, I thought I'd spoken on the phone. No problem at all.
Okay, right, man. Yeah, that. The right.
Least the short, that's simply the best.
It's the beginning, eh? Right, all this time. We should have Dave McQueen on the phone. Hi, David.
Hi, Russell.
Well, David, that's the first part of the season over up to Christmas time. What about East House's Lily then?
Well,
we've had a different start to the season, I would say. I think we're sitting mid-table, down mid-table. But hopefully the second part of the season will be a lot kinder to us. A lot better for us, and results will pick up. So what have you got for us in 2021, or have you got a game before then? No. Fortunately we got today's game off. Today is like a day off. But our next game, the scheduled game, is next Saturday against Preston Athletic in the league at home. But if this weather continues, I can't see it going ahead. But I don't know, in such a fixture, I don't know what Preston's ground's like. But we'll just need to wait and see, Russell. But again, it's very difficult trying to get training facilities just now for the lads, as all the places are closed. Yeah, that's right. And of course, you'd be playing outside, so you can train outside anyway, provided you can get somewhere to go. So if the game does go ahead next weekend, have you got a strong team that will be up against the opposition then? Yeah, I do. I have a very strong squad. I think there's only one long-term injury, and that's Ross Curry, but the rest of them will be back. Everybody will be back in contention for a place. Our last game obviously was the Scottish Cup tie against Dundonald Bluebell. So no, we'll be looking forward to it, but hopefully we can get somewhere to train the boys, because over the Christmas period a wee bit food and drink will be going into them. But hopefully we get somewhere next week to train, and we can run that off, and the weather's kind to us, and we can get some football played. Yeah, again, football, keep mentioning it without any fans, but then the games have to be played, the games have to be won, and points have to be gained as well. Yeah, certainly, yeah. It's definitely, it's definitely different with no fans being there and things, but as players, as managers and things, coaches, just got to get over it and just deal with it, and hopefully in the not too distant future we can get some supporters into the grounds, and that makes a wee bit of a difference financial wise, and for players as well, getting their family into watching things like that. So hopefully in the future it can be changed. Well, I've got a message through from Derek Hall. You know Derek Hall quite well. Yeah, I do. Yeah, and he sent me a message for you. Let's see what it says. It says, you can let David know that the Benefit Park in Preston is pretty much the same as these houses. Very, very heavy. Yep, yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. If it's not a dry, I can't see it. David, we're losing the signal for some reason. You sound as though you're talking a different language. All right. But no, it's just as I'm saying, the actual area, and if it's raining, actually will go ahead. Well, David, we got most of that anyway, but thanks very much for the call, and good luck, and let's hope the game is on next Saturday. Okay. Thanks very much. And a Merry Christmas to you and the team as well. Thank you very much. Thanks very much. Bye. Okay, cheers. Well, there are Dave McQueenie. Right after this, we'll be talking to Ryan Kelly. Get back to what's happening on the pitches, the scores. Who's been scoring the goals? Are you looking?
Hi again, Russell. Yep, back loud and clear. Hopefully you can hear me. Right, so what we're going to do is, in case anybody that's just coming in from being out or have just joined the show, we're just going to go from start to finish and update you on where we are live just now. Okay, so remember, the show is live. It is Boxing Day. It's coming up to 4:15 on this Saturday afternoon, just in case folk don't even remember what day of the week it is. We'll start off in the Lowland League. There is one game on in the Lowland League. It is currently, it was 3-0 at half time to University of Stirling. That is now extended to 5-0. So University of Stirling are 5-0 up on Edinburgh University. Among the scorers, Doan, Downey, Jarvis and Penka. In the East of Scotland League, there is also one game on just now, and the latest score was 1-1 at half time between Musselburgh and Blackburn, but Musselburgh have scored 2 goals in that second half towards the end, towards the sort of midpoint of the second half. Goal scorer for Blackburn was Campbell after 15 minutes. At the time, I mentioned that Musselburgh do tend to come back into games from losing positions, and that seems to have been the case here. Just before half time, Callum Donaldson scoring for Musselburgh after 44 minutes. Connor Thompson has extended the lead, and Dean Ballantyne has probably put the game beyond Blackburn. Latest score, Musselburgh 3, Blackburn 1, so as well as being, that puts them up towards 3rd or 4th in the league table, depending on how many goals are scored. It also, and wait for this stat for you, I've got 2 stats here, 15 of the last games, so all the last 15 of their games, both teams have scored a goal, so that now makes it 16, and they have now, if this result stands, got 19 points from losing positions in this league, this season so far. I think that's amazing. 19 points, that has got to be some sort of record. Anyway, Scottish Cup, there is Scottish Cup games on. Musselburgh of course put out the Scottish Cup on Monday night by Wick, and I tell you, a Musselburgh man has got a little bit of payback for that defeat, because Chris Renton has scored a second goal for Cowdenbeath, who are now playing Wick this afternoon, and it is currently Cowdenbeath 2, Wick 0. Craig Barr putting the Fife team 1-0 up, and Chris Renton from Musselburgh scoring to make it 2-0. So we'll run through the latest scores. Albion Rovers 0, Buckie Thistle 2. I'm waiting on the Buckie Thistle goal scorers. Berwick Rangers 0, Stirling Albion now 3. It was 2 just before that little break. Roberts, Byrne and Andy Ryan the goal scorers for Stirling Albion. Bonner game was off, as we've mentioned quite a few times. Latest score from Glebe Park, it's looking bleak for Linlithgow, just like the weather outside. They were 1-0 down to Brechin City thanks to Curry. Tommy Coyne equalised for the Rose, but Ingalls has put Brechin 2-1 up in the second half. Camelin against Brora Rangers, match abandoned at half time due to the weather outside. We've mentioned Cowdenbeath 2, Wick 0. You've heard Edinburgh City were 1-1 at half time from the report you've just had through at the game from Ainsley Park. Robbie McIntyre has put Edinburgh City 2-1 up, so a goal in that game as well. 2-1 latest score for Edinburgh City against Cali Braves. Elgin have scored another goal in the second half. Kane Hester the man again, so a double for him this afternoon. An equalising goal down in Gala Shields. It was just before the break, Gala 0, Annan 1, Smith the scorer, but Roger has equalised for Gala Ferrydean. It's 1-1 in that game. Still no goals that we've heard about from Haddington. It's still Haddington 0, Formartine United 0. Huntly game is off. Keith 1, Hillerbeath 2. Cammy Keith scoring for the home side, but Hillerbeath have turned it right round. Ryan Connolly, the scorer of the second goal after Brandon Luke had equalised for the Kerrs Park side. Just along the road from Hillerbeath, Kelty Hearts, they are 1-0 up on Jeanfield. Ryan Shanley on loan from Hibs, the goal scorer. The matches at Lothian, Thistle, Nairn and Rothes are still 0-0. We have a goal in the game at Stenhousemuir, at Ochilview at Stenhousemuir 2, Preston 1 now. Another ex-Musselburgh connected man, played in under-19s a few years ago. Johnny Edmond has pulled a goal back for the East Lothian side after Martin McGuigan and John Tiffoni had scored for Stenhousemuir. It's not looking good for Spartans. They're now 3-0 down at Stranraer. Duffy, Payton and Cummings the scorers for Stranraer. And well, we mentioned there could be something to do with the weather down at Tranent. Well, East Stirlingshire have pulled a goal back. It is now Tranent 4, East Stirlingshire 1, and Dishington is the scorer. That, Russell, brings you bang up to date with what is happening around the country in the East of Scotland, Lowland League, and in the Scottish Cup so far, as I think Ayr United are 2-1 up at Hearts as well. That could be a potential upset happening there. Well, it's now 4-1, just as you speak. I've just got an update that it's now 4-1. A goal in the 90th minute, so Musselburgh have come back from a goal down for the second time against Blackburn this season, and that is now 19 points from lost positions. 4-1, Musselburgh 4, Blackburn 1. I just need the last goal scorer in the 90th minute, but Donaldson, Thompson and Ballantyne, I should say Callum Donaldson, because there's two Donaldsons in the Musselburgh team, Connor Thompson and Dean Ballantyne, who they got from Dunbar in pre-season. So they won the first game 4-2, they've won this game, if it stays the same, 4-1. There was another goal in the Stirling game, but Edinburgh University pulled a goal back in that one, so it's now 5-1. That's the only game happening in the Lowland League, Russell. Yep, absolutely. So what a signing he has been for Musselburgh. As I said, they got him from Dunbar. He is a local lad though, a Musselburgh man, and that is his 7th goal of the season so far. All of them scored in the East of Scotland League, so well done to him. He now actually, I think, becomes Musselburgh's top goal scorer, because Nathan Evans was on 6 and Ballantyne is now on 7. So there you go, you're getting up to date goal scorers as well, and how they're doing for their teams. In fact, I think Blackburn maybe scored a late goal in that game. It's down as 4-2. Let's just have a quick look and see if, well, I've not got any idea if it is 4-2, but there is a, yeah, it is. McLeod was the goal scorer for Blackburn, so they scored late on in that game, Russell. That shows you how late the goals go. So there you go, both games between Musselburgh and Blackburn this season have finished by 4-2. Both games have seen Blackburn take the lead, but both games have seen Musselburgh win by 4-2. So there you go. That is a full-time score, puts Musselburgh in the league table up to 4th due to the goal difference. Linlithgow, who are losing just now at Brechin City, they are above them, so are Tranent and so are Jeanfield Swift. So even an up-to-date league table to go with all those goals are flying in all over the country. Not a problem, just give me a text when you need us back on. Yeah, 4-1, 4-2 all done. Dino. Pet Shop Boys.
He said that hanging around, we've been hanging around this afternoon and trying to get some calls in. But right now we're going live to Paddington Athletics game with Tom Thorne. Hi, Tom. Not too bad. It sounds a bit noisy there.
It's not as noisy. It doesn't seem as noisy as the first time when we were at Alloa a couple of weeks ago against BSC Glasgow, but there's still very much of a balance here. Russell, it's the cup scorelines, Paddington Athletic 0 for Martin United 1. Still half an hour to go, everything to play for, although the second half has been a little disappointing from the Paddington perspective. First half was probably satisfactory. I think we possibly edged it in terms of possession. Certainly not a game of an awful lot of goal, but activity. Neither goalkeeper was particularly busy over the course of the first half, but it wasn't certainly from that perspective, it wasn't a dull 45 minutes. It was a drawn contest. Paddington given as good as they get against the favourites. I mean, we've got 92 outsiders here today. Obviously, we think that's probably a little generous given the result in the previous round at BSC Glasgow when we upset the odds, but perhaps opportunity for some decisions to make, and I'm sure some people will have backed us in the hope that they get a return for their money. Not a lot of chances, as I say, first half, but a good sort of contest end to end. Paddington tried to play the game a little bit like the previous game against BSC. The opposition a little more inclined towards long balls, but not a lot of chances at either end first half. Conditions are difficult with the wind blowing as it is. The rain's not really around to hit that fill up, but it's just been difficult. So we were playing against the wind first half. We kept hoping that all going to plan will make the most of the wind at our backs, but it hasn't really turned out that way so far. Martin just on the attack just now trying to get a shot in for a second goal that would kill off the time, but that's a Paddington goal kick. Barely 2 minutes into the second half. Difficult to say exactly how the build-up was. That was something difficult from the phone at the time, but it was a high ball, a high-looking ball, no particular, I don't know what the intent was, presumably just to cause some problems for our goalkeeper Dale Corbett, but the way things panned out, the trajectory of the ball came down from quite some considerable height just at Dale's near post. I don't know if he lost sight of it or what, but the ball's just crept in, just his near post, just over the line where it was scrambled out. This is the referee's given the goal. I think the referee was unsure. From where I was stood, it did look like the ball was probably just over momentarily before it was cleared. So disappointing to lose a goal like that, obviously. But these things happen, and the best thing we can do is get out of our mind quickly. It has kind of upset our rhythm. We're not just as confident looking as we were in the first half. It's not a long way to go. We're swirling about here at the pie's still finely balanced. Obviously, it's balanced slightly upon Martin's favour just now, but we've just got to believe and get back into the rhythm we can that we had in the first half. We have had to make a couple of forced changes. Right back, Ben Finnan, a 17-year-old on loan from St Johnstone, has made his debut today. Injury had prevented him from appearing previously. By Storm Land for 17, done very well, but he's had to go with cramp, obviously not played for a while, hasn't helped his cause. But Andy McNeil's come on for a chance for Harrington. Sean Hill sets up, somebody's put it past and they should have done better on the line on the ground. Sean Hill line on the back of the game, so hopefully take some hope from that. There's still a chance to get a hope they can give me the wind here. It's been quite blowy. So for Martin 1-0 at the moment, but by no means have they been the better team all round. It's been pretty even, I think, as I say, edge of the first half. All they play for us, got to keep plugging away, still there.
What about substitutes? You got anyone on the bench?
I'm sorry, I was just talking at the so Andy McGill came on and plays for Brentford. That was actually our second substitution. We'd had to bring on experienced striker Stuart O'Neill in favour of Keith Loft, who made his first start today. Keith done very well, but he had been struggling beforehand, and it was just quite a fit to play, but he went too well to night. So Stuart's on now. There's a chance for Martin here to Gordon Harris plays tremendously. Gabry or Emma plays it to Ryan Hutchison on the left. He's just approaching for Martin Kelly. Then out can he get to the box? He can. It's deflected on for Martin, defender for a corner to Harrington. So yeah, plenty to play for here, Russell, and here's hoping that things turn out the way I want it to turn out.
How long have you got to go before full time, Tom?
Let's have a quick look.
Five or so minutes, and we'll take you to the end of the game with the final whistle, yeah?
No, not Russell, so what time are we looking at? So that's 4:30 just now. I'll call you at 4:40.
Okay then, pal. Catch you later.
Okay, then. 4:40 just before. I'll text you before that. Cheers, mate.
Okay, thanks very much. Right, bye. There we are, Tom Thornton live to the game. A bit windy there as well. We can get Ryan Kelly back again. Ryan, you want to give us a call? I know you're listening. And then I'll be updating.
Hi Russell, you okay? You good? Yeah, absolutely, and you only need to look out as well. I know you're looking outside the window and you'd get a feeling of how bad it is out there. But look, there's been goals whilst we've been away, and there's a lot to get through. We're going to just go and do exactly what we did just after we heard from Davy McQueenie, and we're just going to go through all the latest scores in case folk are just joining us, rather than just going, oh, and since we last spoke, this has happened, that has happened, because maybe people are just joining us live on 107.8 Black Diamond FM or online at www.blackdiamondfm.com and are listening live. So in the Lowland League, the latest score, University of Stirling 5, Edinburgh University 1. We already have a full-time score down at Olive Bank, and it is the same score as it was when the two sides met. The last time, I should say, the two sides met, which was away back in the 24th of October, so almost 2 months ago. The exact same score for Blackburn, the exact same scorers, Campbell and McLeod. For Musselburgh, Dean Ballantyne scored a double that day back in October. He's done exactly the same this afternoon and has joined Callum Donaldson and Connor Thompson on the score sheet. So Musselburgh 4, East Stirling, Blackburn 2. I was talking about East Stirling because I seen that an update had came up from there, but it wasn't a goal. There is though a goal down at Stenhousemuir. They are now 3-1 up on Preston, so it's not looking too good for the East Lothian side. 3-1 the latest score there. Let's go through all the Scottish Cup matches quickly. It is Albion Rovers 0, Buckie Thistle 2. Waiting on the goal scorers for that game. But we do have the scorers from Stirling Albion. Berwick 0, Stirling Albion 3. Roberts, Byrne and Andy Ryan the goal scorers. A total turnaround at the game at Glebe Park between Brecon and Linlithgow. When you left me to go and speak to Tom at Haddington, it was Brecon 2, Linlithgow 1. Tommy Coyne had scored for Linlithgow. Curry and Ingalls had scored for the home side, but Linlithgow have since scored 2 goals, and they are making my charity bet potentially a reality, because they are now winning by 3 goals to 2. They were about 3-1 to win that game. I thought that was too good odds to turn down. Cowdenbeath are winning by 2-0 against Wick, so Wick looks as though their Scottish Cup run is going to come to an end at Central Park. Craig Barr and Chris Renton, the goal scorer. Chris Renton, a name well known by a lot of juniors and senior teams. He has scored the second goal Edinburgh City are now 3-1 up on Caledonian Braves. I know we had a half-time report there. An own goal. Josh Campbell extended it to 3-1 after Robbie McIntyre had put them in the lead. Elgin are 3-0 up on Civil Service. Kane Hester with a double and Russell Dingwall scored the third. Currently, Gala Ferrydean 1, Annan 1. Could do with Gala scoring, but that would be too much to ask. Roger equalising after Smith had put Annan 1-0 up. As you've heard from Tom, it's Haddington 0, Fort Martin United 1. Stuart Smith, the goal scorer. I'm sure he's a cricketer for Australia. Maybe he's also a footballer for Fort Martin as well. Keith 1, well, it's actually Keith 2 now, Hillowbeath 2. So an equalising goal for Keith, who were in front in that game, were behind and are now level. So 2 each, Keith against Hillowbeath. It's Kelty 2, Genefield 1. We have the Kelty goal scorers as Ryan Shanley and Dylan Easton. Chris McLeish has pulled a goal back for the East of Scotland side. Elgin have just scored as well. They're now 4-0 up on Civil Service Strollers. I'll find the scorer as soon as we can. Moving on, Stenhousemuir, as we mentioned, 3-1 up on Preston. Stranraer 4-0 up on Spartans. Duffy, Peyton Cummings, and we're looking for the 4th goal scorer just to update. And it's still Trinent 4, East Stirlingshire 1. So Dishington pulling a goal back for East Stirlingshire after Watson, Patterson, Miller and Hawkins had put the East Lothian side 4-0 up at half time. But so far, no further goals for them. That's you bang up to date. That's alright, don't worry, I'll find them all and I'll make sure we're all updated. It's not a local game, so it's not as crucial for everything. You know what, I think there was only a few. The Keith one, I've got a problem logging into there. We have got a hat-trick though, Russell, our first Scottish Cup hat-trick of the season. Kane Hester for Elgin, that he was one of the ones we're looking for. He has scored a hat-trick, so that, I believe, is the first hat-trick in the Scottish Cup. So there you go, you're getting bang up to date with the goal scorers and what is happening. So there were 26 games, 118 goals in the Scottish Cup before today, and no hat-trick. But there you go, the first one has been scored. That makes him equal top goal scorer along with Tommy Coyne on 3 goals. Oh, that'll be something else, isn't it? Well, I'm sure that quite a few teams this afternoon, especially Haddington, will just be grateful to be in the draw. Let's hope that Haddington can, as a local side, can get a goal back and then push on in extra time or before the final score, or even win on penalties. And do a Linlithgow. That shows you what can happen in just the space of a few minutes. Linlithgow were 2-1 down, they're now 3-2 up. So that tells you that it's not over until the final whistle. So plenty of goals going in, Russell. We're just looking round to see if any more have come in. I'm mindful that you want to go and speak to Tom in the last few minutes, so feel free when that gets a bit closer to the end. I know it's really windy down there with the floodlights on. Keep talking. Brilliant, good stuff. Right, we'll look forward to listening online now. Cheers.
What's happening on the scores here on 107.8 Blackdown FM with Saturday Sport Live. Boxing Day, of course, a Boxing Day spin. 9 minutes of the game. I'm just having a look there if that was coming through. Just check the phone, so we'll see if we can come on now and give us a call and catch the. I don't know what happened there. We're losing the signal maybe. So wait again for them coming through. Remember, this is a live programme. We're dealing with people out there at the games, live from the games, and signals might not just be what they are in general, especially with the weather. But just now, So let's have a wee look and see if we can pick up. Right, we should be live right now in the Haddington game. Hi Tom.
Hi Russell, how are you doing? Paddington have been in the penalty area now, trying to get control of it.
Well, like the last time, Tom, you screamed a bit louder this time though.
It's here for us if we want it. Let me just quickly check our watch. According to there's 3 minutes to go. So let's see what comes to pass. I think we deserve that. But it's still been the second half we had hoped for. And we'll perhaps not quite with the influence that we could have. But that's given us a wee bit of hope. Don't really, I haven't even seen the build up, I'll be honest. But I've seen the goal go in, and that's the main thing now. Tails up. Gabriel Rema just on the edge of the centre circle inside the back half. That's just eluded. Is that 1-0 there? So yeah, 2 or 3 minutes to go here. We're potentially extra time, potentially penalties. Who knows how it might go? But yeah, we're giving a good account of ourselves however it pans out. But we're waiting with a chance here. So the ball's sort of thrown in for Martin down just 10 yards from the corner flag on their left. Battling for the ball there. Long ball forward should be easy for Gordon Harris to deal with. He makes a little more of an immediate there for Martin. Man caught him on the left thigh. It was sort of throwing it for Martin against with the halfway line on the left. The wind's blowing, the rain's falling to not a significant degree, although it's not proper horrific, but far from pleasant. The next half hour, if it comes to extra time, I think it will continue in similar vein. It's maybe a survival of the fittest to some degree. As Ali Simpson makes his way toward the halfway line, but then he loses possession. Or Martin could get across it here from the left corner. Well, he does well, but Disco saves, and the referee, the assistant flag is across it. So it must be pushing tight off, obviously, can't up or in the same time, so I'm speaking, but it's a goal kick. Dale corner here. So, long goal is 2 minutes left, according to the assistant referee. So it looks as though another format shown here, just in front of their dugouts on the south side of the park. So,
Tom, who was your goal scorer there? Equalising goal?
Stuart O'Neill, I believe, was as I see it. I've just realised I'll not be able to do much to the Facebook as we listen to them more. It's all a bit hectic. I sort of keep on with it and watch the game at the same time. But the game's the main thing. Social media and what have you is secondary. I'm sure everybody will be over the delay. So I'll need to text this Frey and after 3 minutes as well to make them aware of this. I'll make them aware of the open score. I'll say nothing beyond that. But for goalkeeper's hand, Andy McDonald in the nice circle. It's all it's happy. It's like for match number 11 on the right. It's a good ball. It could be dangerous, but this goal punches it just the 6-yard box. So here he is. Just must be very close to full time now.
How does it feel, Tom, when the minutes are ticking away and you're in position to go to extra time?
Well, anxiety, also anxieties that they override and unfortunately, but here we have Ross King on the Harrington left, 80 yards out, and he gets across him, tries to Gabriel Rema, goes back to Aaron Congleton, plays the ball and it's easily dealt with by a Martin defender, who's now pushing out towards the halfway line, but it's blocked, falls to a Martin man on the left, just outside the Harrington half, that would be cruel indeed. It's like decent. What a goal for Martin. Just won it in the last minute. What a finish. That's a sickener. Harrington players are frustrated inside the penalty area. Shouts for offside. Well, no extra time. That's a kick in the teeth. And then some. Good finish from the format number 17, but short time ago, so it looks as though the Closure side assistant referee is probably going under some sort of scrutiny for his decision, but I won't count for much. Ultimately, it's a long ball. Weird Ross King. And McNeil does well, but there's a long one coming from that man for the centre circle. That's just a question of time. There's a long punt forward from Dale Cornett. It's headed by a former man for the Harris in the centre circle out to Ross. Should play to Ross King on left, also played at far from Stuart McNeil's beaten. There's another free kick for Tom Martin. It's a disappointment. To score so late on in the concede like that. Of course, without step up that's all in the game or something.
The game's never finished until the whistle blows.
That's it, but well, we get to the point now where you think it must be blown shortly, but it's a better experience if it comes to it. I mean, I'm pretty much, I've given up hope. There's not going to be any, there's not going to be any late drama here, I don't think. I'm surprised it's still playing. Turn forward for Martin, keeper. Back in Haddington's possession at the back. Gordon Harris puts it forward. Stuart Hill gets the head on it. It's falling for Gabriel Rema on the edge of the box. He keeps possession. He's found O'Neill. Here's Ross King on the left of the penalty area, and he's blown his high over the bar. He's got to keep his composure to play a slow ball and then give somebody a chance. That must be it now. I'm not sure they can fill the airtime with anything interesting to say. Also, obviously rather dismayed by that kind of events. It's all in the game, and as it surely must come in last, that's the final score. Then you got ahead up every who won the next game. Teams have never been knocked to the Scottish Cup in disappointingly dramatic fashion. So here's Andy McNeil, plays it forward. Gabriel Rema on the right, the penalty area. He's played it out. Sean Hill on the right, but it's under the former keeper Main's hands, so that's it. There you go. That's it. The Harry Athletic Scottish Cup story finishes in the second half, but there you go. Russell, I'm going to get away if you don't mind, and I'll catch up with other stuff.
Thanks very much, Tom, for the link, and sad it had to end that way.
Anyway, Russell, it's all in the game. Got the quick one.
Thanks for the call. Thank you. Right, bye. Well, there we are. How's that? How did that end? Right, the extra time was sitting there. What happened? Formadine gets a goal. Right, Ryan, you want to give us a call?
Hi Russell, good evening. For the last time, it's coming up for 5 o'clock in the next 10 minutes or so. Disappointing to hear. Well, you've heard the roller coaster of emotions there in football. You heard Tom ecstatic getting back into the game at 1-1 with Stuart O'Neill, but Scott Leslie scoring there with about a minute to go tells you the highs and lows of football there. You've heard it all in that small snippet there of reporting live, of course, from Millfield. Disappointing. Haddington 1, Formartine United 2. That is a full-time score, so that goes down as full-time there. Also a full-time result. Better news up the A1 there. Trinent are through. Trinent 4, East Stirlingshire 1. The goals were scored all in the first half for Trinent. Andy Watson, Kane Patterson, Ben Miller and Ben Hawkins. Dishington had pulled a goal back at just around the hour mark, but they could not get the other three to draw level and to take that game into extra time, so good news for that East Lothian team, and it looks as though they could be the only East Lothian team to go through, with Preston also getting beat just now. 1, 2, 3, 4-1. They're getting beat just now at Stenhousemuir. Johnny Edmond did score for Preston. Latest score: Stranraer 5, Spartans 0. I've got Duffy, Peyton, Cummings and Matt Yates has scored 2, so that is a full time actually, not a latest score. Full time Stranraer 5, Spartans 0, so that's 3 full times in. Also full time up in Keith. It is 2-2 between Keith and Hillabeath into extra time. That match goes. So let's have a quick review of where we are. The time coming up to 10 to 5. Live on Black Diamond FM, as you've just heard, it looks as though Linlithgow Rose are through as well, judging by one of the tweets. That's just pretty much what Tom Thornton said, yes, on Linlithgow Rose's Twitter, so you can only imagine that they have won, but we'll wait until that full time comes in. He might have just been happy that Brecon have equalised. I doubt it though. The latest score up there was Brecon City 2, Linlithgow Rose 3. Brecon were 2-1 up in that game, so we'll just wait for confirmation from their Twitter, unless that is how they're doing it now. Let's go through as another full time comes in. It's a win for Kelty, a lot narrower than they maybe thought. Kelty 2, Jeanfield 1, the first defeat of the season for Jeanfield. But for Kelty, whose goal scorers were Ryan Shanley and Dylan Easton, it is a progress through to the second round, the draw, which will be at 7:15 on Monday night. Kelty's name will be in that hat. Disappointing for Jeanfield. They are going very strongly in the East of Scotland League. Chris McLeish had pulled the goal back for them, but it wasn't to be for them. Let's just quickly go through the full times. It finished University of Stirling 7, Edinburgh University 1 in the Lowland League's only game. In the East of Scotland's only game, it finished Musselburgh 4, Blackburn 2, with Campbell opening the scoring for Blackburn. Donaldson, Thompson, Ballantyne with a double, making it 4-1, and McLeod pulling the goal back. Musselburgh 4, Blackburn 2, we mentioned all the stats. 19 points from losing positions now for Musselburgh, and the 16th game in a row where both teams have scored. Crazy stats there for that particular East Lothian side. Moving on, let's go into the Scottish Cup then. Latest scores here, it's Albion Rovers 0, Buckie 2, Berwick 0, Stirling Albion 3, Brecon 2, Linlithgow 3, but we're waiting for that to be a full time. Camelin against Brora Rangers, match abandoned, and it will be a midweek trip, something like 400 miles for Brora Rangers to get back to Camelin. Cowdenbeath, who beat Wick, who beat Musselburgh, playing Cowdenbeath. It has finished Cowdenbeath 2, Wick 0. Goal scorers Craig Barr and Chris Renton. That is a confirmed full time score. Dundonald play on Monday. It's Edinburgh City 3, Caledonian Braves 1. Own goal Josh Campbell, Robbie McIntyre, the scorers so far for Edinburgh City. I think that game is still in progress. Elgin City 5-0 up on Civil Service. We've got Kane Hester with a hat-trick, Russell Dingwall with one as well. Gallagherrdine 1, I'm hearing it's Annan 2, but it is just a thing on my phone, so we'll wait and see that comes up on Twitter. The Berwick game is full time. Berwick 0, Stirling Albion 3, confirmed as a full time score. There, Kelty is also confirmed, we had that earlier on. Trinent's just come through as well as full time, we knew about that one. Harrington 1, Fort Martin United 2, as we heard from Tom. Stuart O'Neill levelling live on Black Diamond FM, but oh dear, terribly. Winner for the Highland side, Scott Leslie scoring to make it 2-1, and it's disappointing for Harrington, but I'm sure overall they'll be delighted with the way that they've displayed themselves, and delighted that they have not let the side down. Huntly, game was off. It's Keith 2, Hillbeath 2, that's an extra time. Lothian Thistle 0, Banksy D 1, we're just waiting on a goal scorer from that game. No news from Nairn against Broxburn, so we can only imagine it's still 0-0. And Rothes against Fraserburgh equally. Stenhousemuir are 4-1 up on Preston, just waiting on a full time score. Mark McGuigan with 2, John Tafoni with 1, Jack Hodge with the other. Johnny Edmond scoring a consolation, it looks like, for Preston. Latest full time score, Stranraer 5, Spartans 0. Darryl Duffy with 1, Rudy Payton, Adam Cummings and Matt Yates with a double, as my wee daughter comes in and checks out the scores. Trinent 4, East Stirlingshire 1, also a full time. Watson, Patterson, Miller, Hawkins scoring for the East Lothian side, so that brings us up to date. We'll just keep an eye out. Full time also at Ainsley Park, Edinburgh City 3, Caledonian Braves 1, that is a full time score line. Any other full times coming in, let's just have a quick fire down. Not seeing any more added into the list. What are we waiting on? We're waiting on full time from Lithgow, but I've seen a tweet that pretty much tells me it's full time, but I'm waiting for confirmation. I don't want to say it is full time and then it not to be full time. In the Championship, Alloa 2, Raith Rovers 5 is a full time score, with Duku scoring, Armstrong, Buchanan with a double, and Ross with another double as well. That looks a lot more than 2 goals as well. So there you go, Wraith Rovers winning, good result for them up at Alloa. Any more full times, Russell? Have you got any more scores coming in? I think. Alright. I've got that one, Edinburgh City down as a full time. We've also got Stirling. I've got Stirling Albion as 2-0 full time, 3-0 full time, but on East of Scotland it's showing as 2-0. But Linlithgow is full time, so congratulations to Linlithgow Rose. That's one of the shocks of the day. Brecon City 2, Linlithgow Rose 3, a full time score, Russell. So there's one of the shocks. And if only Gallagherrydine had won against Annan, we would be doing well in our charity bet. But sadly, Annan are 2-1 up against Gala, so disappointment there for the charity bet. But moving on, any other full time? Stranraer 5, Spartans 0 is now confirmed as a full time. But we're just waiting there. County I've got as 0-0, so that potentially could be an extra time, but we'll wait and see. Let's have a there we go. Full time confirmed at Gallagherrydine, Gala 1, Annan Athletic 2. The goal scorers, we've got Roger for Gallagherrydine, Smith scoring for Annan, and then Loudon the winner. So the match winner, Loudon for Annan Athletic, who progressed through. They're the league side, so you kind of would have expected that, but they were given a good run by Gallagherrydine there. Let's go and have a quick look at Broxburn and see what's happening away up there in Nairn. Some way to go for a match, especially with all that's going on just now. Well, according to their Twitter, there's no updates. There's been a few subs, a few injuries, but we're not seeing any full-time result as yet, so we can only imagine that the game is still 0-0. Yep, in fact somebody's just asked that on Twitter and they've responded 0-0, and that's a decent team they've got out there as well. So let's have a quick look, see if there's any other full times. Been a great afternoon for goals. Civil Service is the latest game to be confirmed as full time, and that was 4-0 up at Elgin. So Elgin 4, Civil Service 0, a hat trick, the first Scottish Cup hat trick of this season from Kane Hester, and Russell Dingwall also on the score sheet there. So full time 4-0, and full time Annan against Gallagherrydine 2-1 to Annan in that match as well. Cool, that's me finished then, Russell, at 5 o'clock. That's my shift done. We've went through all the latest scores, so a good effort there, and we'll look forward to speaking on Wednesday, Russell. We've got plenty on this evening, and we'll get all the league tables and scorers updated, and we'll tweet Black Diamond FN. So it's been a great afternoon, enjoyed it with you, Russell, and I'll speak to you at some point during the week. Cheers mate, bye.